added his own peculiar brand of idiocy that morning when he managed to spill a cup of wine over my hosen while I broke my fast at table. I'd been about to go out, and my leggings were particularly fine, setting off my calves to good effect. They matched my new jacket, which was green with red piping, and I had a cloak of emerald with a lining of red silk. Topped with my hat, which had a scarlet feather in the band, I was a figure of great style. Those who knew me at the Boar, or the Pheasant without, were always complimenting me on my elegance. In short, I was a man known for my effortless style. Now my green leggings were sent a dirgeful brown with the red wine he had sent over me. I was furious. Rafe received a cuff about the head that would have rattled his brains, had he possessed any, and I had to dress again, this time in my second-best hosen and jacket of a pleasing fawn, which once had been first quality, but now bore the marks of a dozen unfortunate accidents. Still, they were at least dry. As I walked from my door, I instructed the fool to have my clothing cleaned before I returned, or I would colour my hosen with more red, but this time it would be his gore. He gave me that sneering smile that showed his disdain for me, and I slammed my way to the taverns with my companions. At noon I was to be found at the Boar, drinking with some pleasant cock robins at the back. The fellows were all keen to try their luck, and so, after feeding, I and the others made our way to an alehouse nearby, where we were entertained by a series of cockfights. The money flowed from one man to another, and a riotous, fun afternoon was enjoyed by us all. We had a few drinks, and then some more, but at the end of 2 hours together, many of us had lost the funds we were willing to risk, while others had been tempted by the women offering themselves for a quick alley fumble, and had already departed. I took my leave too, happily enough, but as I was on my way, I happened to meet Arch and Hamon. These two are well known in certain parts of London. If there is a game of chance, they will be involved, be it dice, cocks, dog-fighting, or even betting which raindrop will run fastest down a window pane. And often they will make loans to those who lose so that they can throw themselves further into the mire. And Arch was particularly keen to extract all his debts in full. I was walking past them when a hound saw a cat who, deciding that he had already risked too many lives in his time, disappeared like a streak of black and white lightning up a nearby tree, from where he hissed and spat at the hound, who stood on his hind legs and barked and snarled for all he was worth.
"That cat would have been eaten alive if he'd had to run further,"
a voice at my side said. It was Arch, an unenticing sight at the best of times. "Yes, very likely," I said.
"You think I'm wrong?"
"No, not at all."
"Yes, you do, don't you? You think the cat was fast enough to flee, don't you?"
"I wouldn't know."
"Well, here's 5 shillings, says he would."
"I have no need of gambling."
"You calling me a liar, then?"
"No," I protested, "but I have no money and I don't wish to gamble with you."
"I'm not good enough, you mean? Here, Am, he says I'm not good enough to gamble with."
A rumble at my side told me that Hamon had joined us. I could have cursed my luck. Hamon had a fearsome habit of getting into fights, his ginger hair a warning about his peppery spirit, while Arch was no less choleric for all that he smiled all the while. "I cannot place a wager. I have no money," I said, thinking that would save me. Arch's face lit up.
"I can help you there. I'll lend you the stake and you pay me back when you have the dibs."
"No, seriously, Of course it was no good. In a trice, Hamon had reached up and grabbed the cat, throwing him into a sack, while Arch and another fella threw a coat over the hound and wrestled him away.